Amigo channel so you don't miss out on exciting videos. Hello everyone. As early as the 14th century, Vientiane had already established their kingdom of Lansang with its capital at Luang, while Vientiane became an important administrative city. Later, in 1563, King September I chose Vientiane as the capital of the kingdom of Lansang to avoid Burmese invasions. When Lansang disintegrated in 1707, Vientiane became an By 1779, it was annexed by Siam and became a vassal state. When King Anavong led an unsuccessful rebellion, Vientiane was destroyed by Siamese forces in 1847. The city was burned and looted of most artifacts, including Buddha statues. This left it in ruins with a sparse population. Until it came under French control in 1893 and later became the capital of the French Protectorate of Laos in 1899. During this period, the French significantly improved infrastructure, restored major Buddhist temples, and built additional colonial buildings in Vientiane. Despite a long period as a colony, by 1953, it became the capital of independent Laos. In 1959, when the Laotian Civil War broke out between the royal government and the Pathet Lao, Vientiane became unstable. On December 2, 1975, the Pathet Lao forces captured the capital, defeated the royal government, and ended the 22-year civil war. Since then, the city has served as the capital of the Lao People's Democratic Republic. In 1989, it was divided into two parts, including Vientiane Province and Vientiane Capital. Vientiane Capital has an area of 3,920 square kilometers and a current population of about 900,000 people. The area is surrounded by Vientiane Province and Wolakongse Province. To the south, it lies on a bend of the Mekong River and forms part of the natural border between Laos and Thailand. Here, the first Thai-Lao Friendship Bridge is one of the first bridges to cross the Mekong in the lower region. It connects Nong Khai Province in Thailand and Vientiane Capital in Laos. Additionally, the city center is only about 20 kilometers from the bridge, making travel to neighboring Thailand quite easy. The bridge is 1.17 kilometers long with two 3.5 meters wide lanes and two 1.5 meters wide lanes, with a 1 meter gauge railway in the middle. It was inaugurated on April 8, 1994, with all costs funded by the Australian government to support Laos development. Currently, Vientiane Capital is divided into 9 administrative units, with 5 inner districts: Chanthaburi, Sikadavong, Saisada, Sisutanik, and Hakaikong, forming Vientiane City. Natural geography. Much of the western and northwestern area of Vientiane Capital is mountainous and covered with evergreen forests, with the Pho Phanon National Biodiversity Conservation Area to the west. It was established in 1993 under Prime Minister's Decree 164. Pho Phanon covers about 1,200 square kilometers with an average elevation of 200 to 600 meters and is covered by evergreen forests. Additionally, it is home to many rare animal species. To the northeast is Pho Phao Koe National Park. This area spans 1,920 square kilometers across Vientiane Capital, Vientiane Province, Saisabon Province, and Wolakongse Province. Established on October 29, 1993, Pho Phao Koe National Park includes a vast mountain range, sandstone cliffs, and gorges with elevations from 200 to 1,761 meters above sea level. Due to its high elevation, annual rainfall here is nearly 2,000 millimeters. With cool weather year-round, it's ideal for ecotourism with outdoor and hiking activities. The Vientiane Capital area has a tropical climate with year-round heat and humidity. The lowest recorded temperature here is 3.3 degrees Celsius, while the highest is 42 degrees Celsius. Like other regions in Laos, Vientiane has distinct dry and rainy seasons. The dry season typically lasts from November to March of the following year. During this period, rainfall is rare, and average temperatures reach 24 degrees Celsius. April marks the start of the rainy season. This period lasts about 7 months with an average temperature of 28 degrees Celsius and annual rainfall ranging from 1,000 to 1,700 millimeters. Transportation infrastructure.
Currently, Vientiane capital is considered an area with high growth potential, but transportation infrastructure is still in the planning and construction phase. Localities in the area are connected via National Road 13 and National Road 10, with National Road 13 being the most important transportation route in Laos.
Stretching 1,426 kilometers, it starts at Bodin in the northern border area with China, connecting Vientiane capital and Vientiane province with northern and central provinces of Laos. National Road 13 runs almost parallel to the 400 kilometers Vientiane-Bodin Expressway, linking the capital to the Laos-China border area. This route is divided into 4 segments: Vientiane-Bangui, Bangui-Luang-Prabang, Luang-Prabang-Odomexing, and Odomexing-Bodin. Among these, the Vientiane-Bangui segment has been completed and is in use. This segment is over 113.5 kilometers long, 23 meters wide and 4 lanes, costing $1.2 billion. As for railways, Laos capital is traversed by the Bodin-Vientiane high-speed railway. This line is 422 kilometers long, connecting Vientiane to Bodin. The railway was officially opened on December 3, 2021. Since its completion, travel between the capital Vientiane, Vientiane province, Luang Prabang province, and Bolaconexay province. Additionally, in the future, Laos will also have railway lines connecting with Vietnam. Among them, the most promising is the Vientiane-Bang Angla. Currently, this line is being studied by both countries and is being prepared for construction. Regarding air transport, besides railway and road infrastructure, Vientiane also has an international, that is Hua-Kai International Airport, also known as Vientiane International Airport. This is the largest airport in Laos and is only about 3 kilometers from the city center. It serves both domestic and international flights with 2 terminals, including a runway 3,000 meters long, 45 meters wide, and located at an altitude of 170. Currently, Hua-Kai International Airport can accommodate Boeing 747, A400, as well as other smaller aircraft. Along with that, this airport can serve from 500,000 to 800,000 passengers and about 2,000 to 4,000 tons of cargo. Construction boomed in Vientiane. In addition to transportation infrastructure projects, the new Laos National Stadium is also considered one of the symbols of the capital Vientiane. Completed in 2009, this stadium was built with Shanghai Construction Group as the main contractor. Since its operation, it has replaced the former Laos National Stadium, also known as Hanalong Stadium. Currently, the new stadium includes many areas besides football, such as an aquatic sports complex, tennis center, and with the main area having a capacity of 25,000 seats. It is considered one of the largest stadiums in the land of 1 million elephants. The capital Vientiane is assessed as having high potential for economic and demographic growth. Experts believe that the urban area will quickly expand towards the suburbs along the main arterial routes. However, due to inconsistent infrastructure conditions, it has created many urban problems such as poor living conditions and social services not reaching the poor. To solve this problem, appropriate measures need to be quickly implemented based on comprehensive urban development planning. In light of this situation, the Vientiane capital authorities have carefully considered the issues they are facing and then proposed planning to the central government. To meet the development requirements of the capital, the Lao People's Democratic Republic government has cooperated with the Japanese government to conduct a study on the overall urban development planning for the capital. Accordingly, the Japan International Cooperation Agency conducted the study in close cooperation with relevant agencies of the Lao government. Currently, in Vientiane City, many land areas have been planned into urban zones, among which the Luang Lake Special Economic Zone is a new urban area in Vientiane designated as a special with an area of approximately 3.65 square kilometers. The main components of the project are the 10 kilometers ring road and the 0.5 square kilometers circular artificial lake, along with a 15 meters wide, 7 kilometers long sewer system and a transformer station serving the production. Additionally, the city government is building a 100 meters tall Buddha statue on the edge of the artificial lake. The project started in 2012 and is expected to be completed by 2030. The That Luang Lake Special Economic Zone is one of the key projects of Vientiane, with a joint venture between the Lao government and the investor, Shanghai Langfang Group. The project has a concession period of 99 years and a 50-50 profit sharing between the Beijing government and the In the early stages of construction, it was compared by foreign press to Dubai Super. In the future, the Lao government expects to have Luang Lake Special Economic Zone to become a modern urban area, a commercial and service center, while changing the face of the country and laying the foundation for a breakthrough in GDP growth. Due to the Mekong River flowing through, in various localities, the Lao government has invested a huge budget in building an embankment system. In the capital Vientiane, they focus on building embankments along the islands in the Mekong River and the gateway area, Nam Nung River. There are a total of 3 embankment projects implemented in the capital of Laos, with a total length of 182 kilometers. However, currently only 63 kilometers have been completed, equivalent to 34.6%. Most items are behind schedule compared. The reason given is budget difficulties due to the state or development partners being slow in disbursement. In recent years, the Vientiane government has also been planning to implement about 30 large-scale development projects in the period from 2020 to 2025 and with a vision to 2030 to promote the economic growth rate of the Lao capital. These projects are developed on the basis of encouraging the private sector to cooperate in building infrastructure, and most will be implemented in the form of public-private partnerships with a bot model to suit the government's limited budget, in exchange for investment incentive policies. One of the proposed projects is the construction of an agricultural park along with the irrigation systems of Nam Ho, Nam Nuang, and Nam Hang over an area of 200 km. Alongside that are transportation infrastructure projects such as the Vientiane Urban Station and Railway, the project connecting highways with railways, the Urban Expressway project for the Luang Lake Special Economic Zone, the bridge project crossing the Nam Nuang River, the Vientiane Packet Expressway project, and a plan to build a new airport in the suburbs. Like other localities, agriculture is a strength of the capital Vientiane. Currently, with the Lao government encouraging sustainable agriculture, this area is one of the selected places for developing agricultural processing industry. Breeding centers for crops and livestock have been established. The goal is to scientifically promote good seeds of short-term crop varieties, as well as to boost the economy of crops and livestock. Several freshwater fish breeding centers have also been built to meet market demand. The government also plans to build Métier and handicraft centers in the area to produce commercial goods. Regarding industry, the local authorities encourage the development of mining and processing industries. Additionally, they have high hopes of turning the capital Vientiane into a chemical processing center and harnessing hydropower. The clearest evidence of this is the Laopit oil refinery. This is the first oil refinery in the country of Laos and is owned by the Lao Petrochemical Company. It covers an area of 280,000 square meters, which is 28 hectares, with a total investment value of. It includes 3 development phases, aiming for an expected capacity of 3 million tons of fuel per year, equivalent to 60,000 barrels of oil per day. 3 times the project is part of the Belt and Road Initiative and also falls under activities to enhance bilateral economic and trade cooperation between Laos and China. The first phase of Laopit was completed and put into operation on November 30, 2020. It primarily focuses on producing biogasoline, aviation fuel, liquefied petroleum gas, and internationally standard asphalt, while the remaining phases are expected to be completed by 20. The investor also commits to using a complete, modern, and environmentally friendly production line. At the same time, the Lao Petrochemical Company will rely on Laos' abundant agricultural resources, such as cassava and palm, to vigorously develop the biofuel and clean energy. Simultaneously, it will produce more types of gasoline, diesel, and biofuels, as well as high-quality petrochemical products, like aviation kerosene, asphalt, thereby meeting the growing domestic market demand and realizing Laos' renewable energy development strategy. Regarding tourism, not only an economic center, the capital Vientiane is also a tourism hub of the country of Laos. In 2023, it welcomed about 800,000 tourists, with Vietnamese tourists ranking second, only after those from Thailand. According to the Lao Ministry of Planning and Investment, the number of tourists to Vientiane will increase in 2024, partly because the pandemic has receded, so the government has. Unlike the bustling capitals of Bangkok in Thailand or Hanoi in Vietnam, the capital Vientiane of Laos offers visitors a relaxed and peaceful atmosphere. Tree-shaded boulevards, roads adorned with the golden hue of temple roofs, occasionally interspersed with the elegance of French architecture. These are things you can easily encounter when visiting Vientiane. And what could be better than stopping at a bar, sipping a drink,
gazing at the blazing red sun setting over the river. When in Vientiane, you don't need to worry too much about where to go, what to see, or what foods to eat. Simply let your soul relax. Each step will lead you to the simple and rustic beauty of everyday life here. One of the first places you cannot miss is the Patukai Victory Monument.
It is located at the end of Lanzang Avenue and Luang Avenue, in the northeast of the capital. This structure was built in 1957 to commemorate the heroes and martyrs who sacrificed in the anti-French resistance in Laos. Therefore, the people of Vientiane also call this place the Unknown Soldier Monument. Patukai is 55 meters high, with 4 sides, each side 24 meters wide, consisting of 7 main levels and 2 auxiliary levels. It is hot, however, Patukai still retains unique features, deeply imbued with Lao culture. Every decorative motif of this structure also carries characteristics of Southeast Asia, such as the Kanari decoration, a half-human, half-bird celestial being, or the heavenly beings. Additionally, there are reliefs depicting scenes from the Kulamajaya epic of the Indian subcontinent. The windows along the staircase of the tower are also cleverly designed in the shape of Buddha statues. Patukai has 7 tower levels connected by spiral staircases. Notably, when reaching the top level of Patukai, visitors can enjoy a panoramic view of the peaceful city of Vientiane.
If Patukai symbolizes victory, then Wat Si Saket is evidence of Laos suffering.
The temple was built in 1818 under the order of King Sais V, with Siamese Buddhist architecture featuring a 5-tiered roof and a terrace not in traditional Lao style. This architectural style was to keep the temple safe, as Siamese forces expelled Vientiane's army after the rebellion of King Anavon. Around the temple, there are long corridors running along the sides. Inside the corridor, there is a wall that displays about 2,000 Buddhist statues of various sizes and shapes.
The statues date from the 16th to the 19th century.
In the corridor, it is estimated there are about 300 statues made of tin, stone, and wood. Many statues in the temple are broken, a consequence of past war destruction.
Especially in the central main hall, there are bronze statues plated with gold, which are very valuable and rare. However, what impresses visitors most is that the statues here are missing limbs, cracked, or even headless. Due to its great material and spiritual value, Wat Si Saket in the past was destroyed many times, especially during bloody wars.
Additionally, this temple houses a large museum preserving about 8,000 valuable books. The interior of the main hall has thousands of small niches, each containing a Buddhist statue, creating a sense of protection and shelter for those who come to pray. There is also a 400-year-old library with many Buddhist scriptures handwritten on palm leaves.
Typically, sculptors devote much time and effort to the head of the Buddha statue. S face is the most accurate measure of the artisan.
Moreover, according to Buddhism, the head is the most sacred and important part.
S morale by cutting off the statues. To remind future generations of the inhumane destruction of war and the painful memories in the nation's history, while affirming the aspiration for peace, the Lao people decided to preserve and display all the damaged statues. The exhibition area of headless sacred statues has become a top spiritual tourism destination. Not only famous for its impressive architecture, the Lao capital is also known for its unique street food. When you set foot here, you will be overwhelmed by the diversity and appeal of the street food. These distinctive dishes offer diners a feeling unlike anywhere else. Among them, grilled dishes are a characteristic feature of street. Since Laos is landlocked, the main ingredients are usually river fish and meat. Just stepping into night markets or street food stalls, you can easily find hot grilling stations with long tables set up in a row.
Like neighboring countries Cambodia and Thailand, Laos also has dishes made from insects such as crickets and eggs. They are often prepared as fried, stir-fried, or grilled dish. At the night markets in the capital, Vientiane, you can freely enjoy these unique foods at affordable prices. And those are the interesting things we learned about the Lao capital, Vientiane, in 5 minutes.
Thank you for watching the video. Goodbye and see you in the next videos.